Welcome back. You're watching Bottom Line. Well, the Meghalaya government finally invited the HNLC for peace talks. The state government has already already selected its interlocutor, and the HNLC last week named its interlocutor, who is Sadon Blah, a social activist and HNYF president of HNYF, which is also an NGO, a pressure group of Meghalaya. Sadon Blah is the interlocutor for the HNLC. Of course, the HNLC has been offering to come to the mainstream and join peace talks for long, but this is the first time it has decided to talk under the ambit of the Constitution of India, giving hopes that very soon a result may come out. Of course, the peace talks is picking up pace. There was a meeting today. The Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma met the government interlocutor. Sadon Blah also attended the meet. We have with us Mr. Sadon Blah, the interlocutor for HNLC, who will carry forward the peace talks for the outfit. Welcome, Mr. Blah, to Northeast Live. Thank you for your time. Well, first question to you. It's a big responsibility bestowed on you by the HNLC. What was on your mind when your name was first announced for the task, the job of the interlocutor?
Yeah. Yes, to answer your question about the responsibility that the HLC has bestowed upon me, I mean, things does not mean that things develop overnight. I mean, we did have communication, we did have correspondence. I mean, the group of the HLC and myself. I mean, it took quite some time, and finally, the HLC decided to appoint me as the representative for this peace talks that is coming forward. And first and foremost, I welcome the decision of the HLC, and I know it is a big responsibility because the over than 3 decades of militancy in the state has impacted the peace and security in the state of Meghalaya. So I'm looking forward to work together with the system that the government has appointed, and I'm hopeful that things will move forward in a positive direction. I'm hopeful that things will move forward towards a positive directions, and maybe as far as possible, I mean, we have to try our level best to bring the proscribed HNLC into negotiable, I mean, in just a matter of time.
Yes. So have you received any official written communication from the government so far on how to carry forward the talks, how to go ahead with the talks process?
Yeah, regarding the official letters from the side of the government, I have not received so far because this is a new development which happened only last Sunday. So there is still time to wait for that, and maybe to meet the government official and to talk about that matter. But the statement of the CM is a welcoming step, because he said, just like yesterday, he said that the peace process is moving forward because of the appointment of the interlocutor by the government and the HNLC. I mean, that is a positive step, and I hope that the government will respond.
Definitely a positive step. Now, this is not the first time that the HNLC has offered to come for talks. In fact, it has been doing so for the last couple of years. What do you think changed in the last couple of months that the government agreed to talk with the HNLC? Do you think it is the outfit's decision finally to talk under the ambit of the Constitution? Unconditionally, that means.
That depends on the stand of the outfit, because this offer for peace talk is not the first time that the HNLC has proposed to the government. It has happened many times before also. But the stand that was taken by the HNLC in those previous proposal is that it's a kind of a hardliner stand regarding the issue that concerned the identity of the indigenous tribal community of Meghalaya. But since now, especially when the HLC in those previous proposals, they talk about the instrument of accession, the annex agreement, and the other issue that relates to that. But now, since the HLC has made an offer for an unconditional talk, but by saying unconditional, it does not mean that the outfit is kind of foregone all this kind of issue that that need to be discussed at the negotiation table. But whatever issue that the HLC will put forward in the forthcoming talks is within the ambit of the Constitution of India, and maybe that is a signal that the HLC has shown, and which make both the state government and the central government interested and willing to invite the HLC for talk.
Now, I know there may be a lot of secrecy as far as the discussions are concerned, but what, according to you, Mr. Blah, will be an honorable proposal for the HNLC to join the mainstream?
See, I won't say that there is a secrecy in this entire negotiation that's going to take place or whatever has taken place. But it is not a secrecy. I mean, we cannot read it as secrecy kind of thing, but it is a procedure that have to be adopted before government invite any militant outfit to our ground. That is the procedure that need to be followed, because if things spill out at the inappropriate time, and it might take an ugly turn. So it is wise from the part of government to follow the procedure, and it will be wise from my part also to follow the procedure, and from the HNLC part also to follow the procedure. And the proposal for the HNLC regarding this, regarding the desire to come forward for talk. I mean, right now we cannot spell out. Even the HNLC has not divulged much detail about the agenda or the proposal for talk. But the only parameters that they put for talk is on the unconditional talk and within the ambit of the Indian Constitution. That's it.
Lastly, how hopeful are you of an early resolution of things?
About being hopeful about this entire thing that needs to develop, I am hopeful because the discussion has taken place between the central government and the state government regarding the possibilities of inviting the HLC for talk. And both government have shown green signal, because without having a kind of green signal from both the authorities, because inviting any militant outfits need a consultation between these two authorities, that is the central and the state. I mean, the input that they need to supply to each other, from the Union Home Ministry to the state government, and from state government to Union Home Ministry, the input they need to supply to each other. And looking at the interest of the central government to accept Sir Mishra, who is in charge of Northeast, to mediate between the central and the state government. At the same time, the willingness of the state government to appoint the interlocutor in the name of Sir P.S. Dakhar, who was the ex-IAS officer. That only shows that things are developing in the right direction, and I'm hopeful that with these steps taken by the central and the state government, and the step taken by the HNLC to appoint an interlocutor, things will move forward. I'm very hopeful that the talk will take place as early as possible. But having said that, we cannot now. There are different calculations. Like, should the talk take place before election or after election? We don't have this political calculation, because that smacks of political calculation if we say that talk should take place before or after the election. Whenever things move towards their practicalities, then we can have a talk. They will come forward. Even the HLC also will come forward for talk. When things move forward.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Sadon Blah. We wish you all the best in your endeavor, and we wish that things do come to a solution as early as possible.
Thank you.
Well, that's a wrap of Bottom Line tonight. You can also watch the full episode on our official YouTube and Facebook pages. Good night.